11 Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Welcome to the Hive in Atlanta, Georgia. It's time for the Week 7 Fan Night Game of the Week. 4-2 Tallahassee Pride are getting set to take on the 3-2 Atlanta Swarm. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on the 11 Sports Network. Good evening, everyone. I am Mike Daggs, your play-by-play commentator tonight. Alongside me in the booth is the Hall of Famer, the Bronze Bomber. He is the quarterback of the Mexico City Aztecs, Matt Wilson. In the production truck tonight is the Commissioner, Cameron Irvine. Matt, how are you doing tonight, sir?
I am great. I'm ready for a great game tonight.
As am I. So, Matt, Atlanta started off the season an undefeated 3-0. Then in Game 4, after falling behind by 14 on a New Orleans kick return for a touchdown, they climbed back into the lead with 30 seconds to go, only to lose on a last-second field goal. Then in their next game, they got off to a hot start against Chicago. Looked like they may run away with it, only to squander a 21-3 lead and lose it at the end on a blocked punt return for a touchdown. Special teams errors and a last-second lead change were the difference in those two games. What do they need to do tonight to take down the Pride?
Honestly, we should be touting the Atlanta offense. They're number 2 overall in points per game, 33.6, and number 1 in total yards from scrimmage. Tallahassee, on the other hand, is near the bottom in points per game at 19.5 comparatively. Tallahassee needs to pressure, sack, and force mistakes from Marcus Dunhill. If the Tallahassee defense is effective, I like their chances. If it's a shootout, it should be Atlanta's advantage. But Mike, which way will it play out? There's only one way to find out, and that's on the field.
All right, Matt. Well, let's head down to the field then and get this one started tonight. Looks like Atlanta will kick the ball off to the Pride. Tallahassee getting the first crack at it here tonight. Tallahassee won their last game against the London Knights 24-20. Atlanta, as I mentioned, came off a loss to Chicago 34-31. See how this one gets going as the kick is returned by Hunter Jones out to the 30-yard line, and Christian Christensen, the quarterback for the Pride, will take to the field first. He's joined by key players on offense, halfback A.J. Francis, second season with the team coming over from Carolina. Hunter Jones is in his first season with the team at wide receiver. He came over from Indianapolis, joined by wide receivers Grayson Willis and Ken Gossett. First down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Christensen under center. Quick pass over the middle, and that one's picked off right off the bat. Atlanta's capitalizing off of a mistake by Christensen, picked off by Bernard Gooden. And there you go. Actually, excuse me, that's Blake Chance.
Well, I didn't mention the Swarm defense, but if they step up, Tallahassee's going to be in a bit of trouble here.
So first down and 10 again on the second play from scrimmage tonight. So we take a look at the passing yard leaders. You see Christian Christensen there at number 2, and then down at the bottom, but still in the top 5, Marcus Dunhill, the quarterback of the Atlanta Swarm, under center here on first down. EDG Hollywood in the backfield. Dunhill checks it down to Hollywood. Gets a nice gain on that one up to the 37-yard line. Second down and 2. Let's take a look at the other key players here on this Atlanta Swarm offense. Wide receivers Siege Falco and Boo Chisholm are joined by second season tight end Jamal Wooding. That rounds out the Atlanta Swarm offensive key players. Split backs in the backfield, Dunhill in the gun. Dunhill has time, fires over the middle, wide open target. That one's good for a first down up to the 19-yard line. First down and 10 inside the red zone, caught by Boo Chisholm.
Yeah, I don't think Atlanta could have asked for a better opening here. They get the pick, and now they're just driving down the field.
Boo Chisholm, 6'4", 210-pound target, 6 seasons in the league, all of which have been with the Atlanta Swarm. 21 catches, 330 yards, and a pair of touchdowns on the season so far. Dunhill alone in the backfield in the gun, 5 wide. Dunhill fires over the middle. That one's tipped and incomplete. Well defended. Second down.
Well, scary with Dunhill with no blockers in the backfield, or at least semblance of one. Those Tallahassee Pride front three break free, he could be in trouble.
Dunhill having a great season so far, nearly 1,800 passing yards on the season, 12 touchdowns. He does have 8 interceptions, but 72% completion percentage. His quarterback rating, Matt, is triple digits, 100.9 on the season. That's good for second place in the league. Dunhill checks it down to Hollywood once again behind the line of scrimmage. Spins his way up to the 17-yard line, but wrapped up and tackled by Suko Lomano, a new addition to this defense this past week. Signed in week 7. Let's take a look at the rest of the key players here on this Pride defense. Defensive tackle Hunter Norwood, defensive ends Tyquan Hale and Kevin Bain. We're going to hear all 3 of those names multiple times tonight, I think. Mentioned inside linebacker Suko Lomano. Corners are Michael Sprouse, Bernard Gooden. Safeties are Serge Chappelle and Alex Bond. Dunhill, quick pass over the middle. That one's complete to Jamal Wooding. First down and goal from the 2-yard line.
Well, Mike, what's your hashtag?
Hashtag throw it to the tight end.
They did there. He was wide open. Tallahassee was in press man coverage, and he just beat it up the middle. There's a large man. You don't want him on top of you.
I got to talk to the commissioner, see if we can get hashtag throw it to the tight end on a T-shirt on the Sector 6 site. First and goal from the 2. Dunhill back to throw. Checking it down to Hollywood wide open.
Oh, no.
Carry him out of bounds right at the 2. I think he might have gained half a yard, but they're going to mark it at the 2, and it'll be second and goal.
I think it's a half and half blame there. Dunhill led him a little too far, but got to try to extend there and try to at least get a yard.
BDG Hollywood with over 500 yards on the season. He has 9 rushing touchdowns, Matt. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see it handed off to him here, but not exactly the formation you'd expect to see a handoff out of.
No.
And it's not going to be Dunhill to throw. Does check it down to Hollywood. His momentum carried him out of bounds again. That time for a loss of 3.
Oh, man, what are they doing? They're going the wrong way. You know, we've seen swing passes work well for us in Mexico City, but those were not very well executed.
Third down and goal from the 5, and maybe a blessing in disguise is, backing him up 3 yards might give him just a little bit more room to work with. Dunhill, 7-step drop, fires wide open in the out route to the top of the screen. Boo Chisholm, touchdown Swarm.
A little nervous there, 7-step drop on the goal line, but boy, he found Chisholm in the back corner. No one was near him. Nice catch.
Yeah, I think that drop gave him just enough time to let that play develop and get Chisholm open on that out route, and wide open he was. Atlanta capitalizing off the turnover. And Matt, we always talk about that, points off turnovers can be the absolute difference in the game.
Yeah, and Atlanta's one of the very best in not turning the ball over. That plus-minus differential is so key in the SFL.
Extra point is up and through. Atlanta 7, Tallahassee nothing. 8 minutes, 11 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Plenty of football left to be played tonight as we are just getting this one started. You can like the SFL on Instagram at SimulationFL. Give our partner nations best a like while you're there, and find us on several other platforms as well. Appreciate everybody joining us tonight for another late night SFL game. This is the Week 7 Game of the Week, voted in by the fans each and every week, picking the game they'd like to see in this spot. Kick was returned once again by Jones out to the 31-yard line. Christensen's going to get another shot at it, and Matt, he's a quarterback that throws often. That pass that he made on his first drive that was unfortunately for him picked off was actually his 300th pass on the season so far, which is the most in the league. Has just shy of 2,000 yards, 12 touchdowns, but the number that you were referencing earlier with that differential, 15 picks. Number 1, actually tied for number 1 in the league. That pass complete for a gain of 7, hitting Francis in the backfield. Bring up a second down and 2.
It's a good way to help out your quarterback. Dump it off to the halfback, let him do some work. Christensen could take some chances. He hasn't looked the same as he did about 2 seasons ago when he was just throwing bombs to people. So we might want to use the running game a little bit more if he's throwing that many picks.
Christensen under center here on second down and 2, and the running game will get used. Francis sidestepping the defender that came right through the line and making a nice gain of it up to the 44-yard line. First down and 10 for the Pride. And, Matt, we mentioned how much Christensen's been throwing it, and we saw a pass to Francis 2 plays ago now. Francis is actually number 1 in receptions by a halfback at 72. That was actually 73 on that one. 367 yards.
74.
74 now. Had 367 receiving yards coming into the game, which is actually more than his rushing total at 310. 367 yards is good for second in the league. 3 touchdowns through the air as well. So he's used actually more in the passing game than he is in the running game, taking up about 25%, maybe even a little higher, of all of Christensen's throws. Split backs in the backfield here on second down and 6, 4-3 look out of the Swarm defense. Quick pass over the middle. That one's complete and good for a first down, all the way up to the Atlanta 40-yard line. And Tallahassee's on the move.
Yep, they need to respond for sure because we know Atlanta can score. The numbers say so. So just keep driving, at least try to get 3 here, and hope your defense can shut Atlanta down. But touchdown always is nice. Points is points.
Christensen, quick pass over the middle, picked off again. 17th pick on the season for Christensen, returned up to the 29-yard line. Trying to see who got that one. He's actually a little slow to get up. That one was Aaron Lee with his fifth pick on the day. You're watching the Simulation Football League on the 11 Sports Network. We're going to take a short break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Hive in Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta taking back over on offense after another interception. Thank you for joining us tonight, everybody. If you'd like to join us in our live chat, head to twitch.tv/11sportsnext, and you can get involved in that chat as well. Dunhill throwing the ball over the middle. That one is well defended, batted away. Second down and 10.
Again, more press man. I thought that was a great play by Dunhill, dumping it over the middle where no one's going to be. But he just couldn't find anyone. It's surprising that Christensen throws so many picks because you were saying he throws so much to Francis. That should be easy completions, which tells you his picks are coming from throws we just saw, like the one right before the commercial break.
Running formation here, but they will pass out of it, checking it down to Hollywood. What happened to the defender? It's like he was trying to tackle a ghost, diving away from Hollywood. I guess he was scared of him, like the Sprouse falling to the ground. Hollywood gaining a few there and getting a 3rd down and 2 coming up for the Swarm.
He thought the ball was going to take a different trajectory, I guess, but I think it's important. You want to play the ball, but you want to be sure Hollywood doesn't get free, because if he turns on the afterburners, it might be a long day for your defense.
Lamano again in on that tackle. As we see our Twitch chat up on the screen, this is the reaction to that interception that happened just before the break. Hollywood taking a handoff off tackle to left, spins past the pair of defenders, and he was almost gone. One man to beat and got tackled down at the 44-yard line. What a great play by R.J. Manley to bring Hollywood down.
I told you, Mike, you can just see the speed of Hollywood. He breaks the tackle and just off to another one, and man, I thought he might have been gone, but saving the day.
Looked like he was gone for sure. You're watching the Simulation Football League on the 11 Sports Network. I'm Mike Daggs, joined in the booth by Matt Wilson. To the It looks like Dunhill sacked on that play. And Matt, I mentioned earlier on, Hunter Norwood, Tyquan Hale, and Kevin Bain, 3 defensive linemen on this Pride defense, are going to be names that we are going to hear throughout the night. 5 sacks, 7 sacks, and 2 sacks, respectively, between the 3 of them.
They're just one giant wall of sacks.
Second down and 14 now. Dunhill firing over the middle. He's got Wooding. Wooding's heading towards the end zone. Can't quite get there, but it's going to be another first down and goal for the Swarm from the 4.
Hey, SFL HQ, start printing up those T-shirts. Here we go. Throw it to the tight end.
Throw it to the tight end. It works.
Wooding just attacking the middle of the field. Dunhill throws over the defense and breaks a couple of tackles, Mike Dagg style, and almost scores.
Jamal Wooding with 5 touchdowns for a tight end, Matt. That's number 1 in the league right now. I think that might have been surpassed earlier on this weekend, but heading into tonight's game, or into this week's action, he was first. Look at this duck thrown into the back of the end zone. You said that was a Mike Daggs-like catch. That was a Matt Wilson-like throw right there by Dunhill.
Hey.
Nothing but love for you, Matt.
All I do is win games. Oh,
Atlanta is.
I don't think this is
challenging. No, he was out of bounds by a country mile, but we'll see if maybe I saw that one wrong. I didn't think it was even close, Matt.
I think you need in the back of the end zone. You need 2 feet, I believe, in the SFL.
You do, but I don't think he had.
Someone needs to get their prescription checked because Ref 62 overturns this. He is as crooked as they say he is.
Chaos will erupt in the streets, and no, the call on the field does indeed stand. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. Well, you know what? Sometimes the coaches just get bad information. Sometimes. You know, somebody that's spotting for him might think they saw something. I mean, he was
man should be
at
fired.
the back. Yeah, he should. He's got to go. He was at the back side of the paint, so maybe he saw his feet were on the white and thought he had to get to the green. I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know.
That was madness. Second and goal from the 4. Dunhill's going to try again. Hits Hollywood in the backfield. Well defended. Brought down by Michael Sprouse on a tackle for a loss. Back to the 7-yard line. 3rd and goal.
Those halfback swing passes near the goal line have not worked for Atlanta. Let's see if they bust out the 5 wide and just say, you know what, we're just gonna. Nope, 3 wide with a tight end though. So we'll see if they run that same play with the drop back.
And they will hand it off to Hollywood on 3rd and goal. That caught everybody off guard. Hollywood spins his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man. The whirling dervish.
I like it.
He's collecting shoes out there. People are flying out of him. Let's check this out. Hollywood, I thought he was dead to rights, and then here he comes. Whoop. See you later. This one for the highlight reel.
Lamano missing on that tackle opportunity. He's been involved pretty early and often in on this one, but showing a little bit of the rookie jitters on that play is the 6th-season vet BDG Hollywood spins right past him into the end zone for a touchdown. Extra point coming up, and Atlanta is going to be out to a early 2-touchdown lead.
Points off turnovers, Mike.
Points off turnovers, indeed, as they again score on that one. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back in 30 seconds. And welcome back. You know, Matt, I mentioned in Atlanta's last game, they actually were winning 21-3 midway through the second quarter up against Chicago. So they were off to an early lead in that one as well. But then Chicago ended up putting up 24 unanswered points against the Swarm. The Swarm actually did end up reclaiming the lead in the 3rd quarter. But then with 4 minutes to go in the game, Atlanta was getting ready to punt the ball. Chicago rushed it, blocked the punt, and returned it for a touchdown to take that lead 34-31. Those would be the final points scored in that one. And back-to-back weeks with a devastating loss for Atlanta. So, you know, up early in this one, but we'll see. And there's Atlanta's first mistake of the night as they jump off sides. AJ Francis spinning his way up to about the 35-yard line, but let's take a look and see about this call. Twitch chat back on the screen showing the reactions to that touchdown scored by Hollywood moments ago. And of course, the Pride do accept that penalty. It was an offsides call. It'll be first down and 5.
To counter your point, Mike, the point I made at the beginning, Tallahassee averages 19.5 points per game. So they're going to have to be either shut down Atlanta from here or play way above their average. We'll see. It's early yet.
They were able to put up 24 last week, but that would not have been enough to beat the Swarm. Christensen to throw, fires it to Francis, but Francis is out of bounds, so no harm, no foul. Second down and 5 coming up. And how can you get involved in the league? Well, there you go. The instructions are right there on the screen. Visit our website, simulationfl.net, and you can join our Discord server. If you don't have Discord, no problem. Download it. It's just a piece of software. It'll let you join our community. You can make a free account and become part of the league today. And you too can have a player just like Suko Lamano and Mitchell O'Brien, who we haven't even mentioned yet, from this Swarm defense. Look at that first down pass over the middle. That one was hauled in. Trying to see who that one is. Ken Gossett, 6'4" target. And Matt, without further ado, before they make another pick, let's take a look at the key players here on the Atlanta Swarm defense. They've been playing too good tonight. I haven't been able to introduce them yet. Defensive tackle is Joshua Williams in his 3rd season in with the Swarm. Linebackers are Dylan Rowland and the long-tenured Aquantis Shine. Corners are Jack Napier, Blake Hamrick. Safeties are Aaron Lee, Blake Chance, and newly signed Mitchell O'Brien. Christensen throws over the middle. That one's complete, and he falls across the line for a first down, hauled in by Grayson Willis.
Yeah, Mitchell O'Brien in the chat says, can't miss my debut. Well, your team's playing great so far, so it looks like a good debut.
And that was actually Trevor Swain on the catch. The 7 looked like a 1 with a tiny, tiny little hat. Yep, that's the official diagnosis. That pass checked down to Francis, and I'm wrong again. That one was Julius Williams. One of these days, Matt, I will read the numbers correctly. One of these days.
You just got to petition Tallahassee to change the font on their jerseys. It's obviously not Mike-proof.
The font is far and above what I'm able to handle here.
Atlanta's font's great. It's like very round and bubbly.
And that's what we're looking for up here.
That's my
way up here in the booth, Matt. We need round and bubbly numerical fonts. Christensen checks it down to Francis. Flag on the play. Let's see what this one is. Could be an offensive holding or an illegal block in the back, but that one would be good for a first down. But
or a clipping.
That has been known to be called.
Oh, it's a face mask.
A face mask. That's interesting because that was well before the tackle. Incidental face mask accepted by the Pride. So that'll add on 5 more yards to the end of that run, and it will indeed be a Tallahassee first down.
Let's take a look here at the penalty. They call it on. Oh, they called it against Christensen.
They called it against Greg Julian, defensive tackle.
Interesting.
As he's pulling Christensen to the ground. Looks like they actually gave him 15, unless I had the field position wrong. But first down and goal from the 10, and that pass over the middle, that one's incomplete.
Oh no!
Another flag on the play. Was that a late hit, Matt? It is a touchdown.
Yeah, looks like a late hit.
Yeah, late hit. I
didn't see it either.
I thought they were targeting somebody else and hit him in the back of the end zone. Totally missed that one. But touchdown Tallahassee. They get some points on the board here. To narrow the gap. Grayson Willis hauling that one in.
This will make an extra point. I think I could make this. Well, no, I can't. But
well, you'd think, but there was an extra point blocked in the game on right before ours. San Francisco putting on a ton of points against the St. Louis Gladiators, but they did miss one as they had a blocked extra point. Low snap, and look at that, Matt. You almost jinxed them. For shame.
I know. I'm only a commentator.
Douglas with the extra point. Tallahassee 7, Atlanta 14. Douglas getting the ball teed up ready to kick it off for the first time tonight to the Swarm. Javon Walker standing back for the return.
This should be Atlanta's worst field position of the game unless they get, a kick return touchdown.
Matt's trying to pull out all the stops on the commentator curse tonight.
Just testing,
just seeing if it was real.
Might into the water. Per se.
If you would like to join the Twitch chat, head over to twitch.tv/11sportsnext. 47 of you in the chat right now, and we appreciate each and every one of you that is there and everybody else that's watching that's not part of the chat. We're glad you're here with us, too, on whatever platform you are watching 11 Sports on. This is the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music. And look at that, throw it to the tight end, because why not? He could just keep on fighting and keep on running. Jamal Wooding making catches and breaking tackles and responsible for darn near all of Marcus Dunhill's yards tonight.
It's a great weapon to have. Tallahassee likes this press man defense. And look at, again, right over the middle of the field. When you play that kind of defense here, middle of the field, if it's not well covered, it could be open, in a zone situation.
That one was a little dangerous, though, because I don't know if you saw who he threw it over, but it's that man right there, Alex Bond, number 1 in the league with 7 interceptions right now, and that's not just number 1 amongst safeties. That's number 1, period. Marcus Dunhill back to throw, stepping up with pressure coming, fires it, nearly picked off. That one out of the hands of Michael Sprouse, and we're going to take a short break. You're watching the Simulation Football League on the 11 Sports Network. That is the end of the first quarter. Tallahassee 7, Atlanta 14. We'll be back to the Hive in a bit.
Man, I couldn't have made it.
Tonight's Simulation Football League broadcast on the 11 Sports Network is presented by APM Music, Production Music Library and Custom Music House, and is brought to you in part by Fuel Beyond Imagination. Visit the all-new sflinteractive.net today, by Matt Doyle Designs, the official branding partner of the SFL, and by MediaTek Institute. Turn your passion into your profession. Aerial shots such as these of Atlanta are brought to you by AirViews, united by drone. Visit airviews.com to see more drone footage. Matt, the SFL convention this year was held in Atlanta, and it was a beautiful place to visit, even though I was only able to do so for about 8 hours.
For some McDonald's. You had to get the McDonald's there. It was just better than New York's.
Yes, I did. I had some nuggets. they were good. It was actually a wild McDonald's, too, because there was no counter. It was all self-ordering kiosks. Dunhill to throw on first down. Look at that. He's got Boo Chisholm wide open on the left-hand side of the screen. It was actually defended pretty well, but just over his head, and Wooding with the catch. That's what happens when you have a 6'4" receiver.
Yeah, I mean, Dunhill's making some risky throws again, but you know what? Most of the time they're working out. Tallahassee has not been able to turn him over, and they really haven't got to him too much except for that one time, I believe. He's done a good job maneuvering the pocket, stepping up and throwing as necessary, and Atlanta's driving again.
Michael Sprouse in on the coverage on that one again, Matt. That's back-to-back plays where Sprouse could have almost gotten his hand on it. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Dunhill checking it down to Hollywood, spinning his way up to the 17-yard line. He is 2nd down and 6.
Just as good as a run, so he'll take it. 4+ on first is a great situation to be in. There's the man of the hour right now. Wooding has been a beast.
Hashtag throw it to the tight end. This should be trending on all of our social media platforms by now. Hollywood with an off-tackle run to the right-hand side. That one is well covered by Lomano. And again, and Matt, Lomano was a Week 7 signing, one of our newest members to the Simulation Football League. As we take a look at all of the signings from Week 7, one of the most active weeks, I think, ever in history of the SFL in adding players in season to the league. And there's 2 from tonight. Both of them, number 42, free safety Mitchell O'Brien and Suko Lomano. As that passes into the end zone and out of the hands of the Tallahassee defense. And, Tallahassee's going to have to try to get a turnover here at some point, like Atlanta's done to him twice. That's how all of Atlanta's points have come, is off of turnovers. And Alex Bond, I mentioned him earlier, Matt, number 1 in the league with 7 interceptions. He's actually on quite the streak. It's pointed out to me earlier this week by Andrew Rastelli, dating all the way back to last season's playoffs. Alex Bond has had an interception in 8 consecutive games coming into this week. So wouldn't it all be surprised to see him get another one? Field goal from 31 yards out is good. Atlanta extends their lead 17-7 over Tallahassee Pride. Let's take a shout out to those of you in the chat here on the 11 Sports Network Twitch page. Ray Nola, HWJ1512, Reggie Sterling, Little Man Michael, AJ Today Jackson, Crowland 84, Swall 2011, Angus Tilted Kilt McLean, and so many more. Appreciate everybody being here. Oh, Sudo Nakai and Boo Chisholm. You can't forget them. And look at that, Simulation FL. It's the commish in the chat.
Is Little Mike you?
Little Man Michael, that's Michael Sprouse, man. He's on the defense for the Pride. He was actually challenging Dunhill to throw it his way again after he had his hands on it. And there's those instructions again. Head over to our website, simulationfl.net. You can join our Discord server, and you too can have a player on a team. There's 21 teams in the league, and all of them, every last one of them, is looking to add some more players to their roster. Pressure coming for Christensen, has to quick get it away. Pass is complete to Ken Gossett. Gain of 4 will bring up a 2nd down and 6 as we tick down to 9 minutes to go here in the first half.
Even though Tallahassee has scored 7 points, their offense just has looked a lot more ragged compared to, Atlanta's had a few bad throws. It just seems to be moving much smoother despite Tallahassee's great front 4 there. But we'll see if it continues.
Francis takes a handoff up the middle, well defended. Brought down hard by Joshua Williams. And also Mitchell O'Brien as we get a look at him. And I believe the first time we've called his name as part of the action here tonight, Matt. Mitchell O'Brien, the Week 7 signing, free safety, number 42.
Here's what Tallahassee was known for in the past. Let's see if Christensen can see if they hit a little out route magic here, a little flashback to the champ.
3 receivers to the top, and they just fire a quick pass over the middle. That one is caught. Not the out route you were looking for, but here's something that I know that you love, Matt. The no huddle when you have 5 wide. Hunter Jones in on that catch.
Perfect formation for it.
That one incomplete. Trying to hit Jones again. Pump fake, firing over the middle, and tipped in the air and
no.
picked off. Picked off
Oh,
by
my.
Mitchell O'Brien, his first career interception in his first career game.
Congratulations, kid. As a vet, you'll never forget your first. Actually, I don't
What
remember
a way
my
to
first.
make his debut to the Atlanta Swarm. What'd you say?
I don't remember my first touchdown pass, but
You'll never forget it. Wait, I forgot it.
I did. But, we all know my memory's not the best. When you
Do
get,
you remember your first championship victory?
yeah, it's the only championship victory. But
That's why it's easy for you to remember, Matt. So the Swarm take back over. Dunhill checking it down to Hollywood. Oh, no. There you go. Michael Sprouse wrapping that one up on a tackle for a loss. Loss of 5 on the play, 2nd and 15.
Tallahassee had that one sniffed out. And it's one of the. They've dumped it down a couple times, but mostly Atlanta's chose to gone deep, attack the middle of the field, and that's worked really well for them.
Split backs in the backfield. Dunhill under center. Short dropping, quick throw to the top of the screen. That one caught and out of bounds at the 44, regaining the yards from that tackle for a loss. Siege Falco getting in on the action.
Nothing wrong with that play, making it third and manageable. You know, you want to. I always say try to get half the yards back if you can. You know, when you take a big sack or lose 7-8 yards. And now they're opening it back up with plenty of receivers, see if they can beat the press coverage again. Watch out for the tight end. Wait. Yeah, he's in.
Watch out for the tight end. Look at him go over the middle too. I think it is thrown to the tight end, but not a good choice there as they threw it right into the hands of Alex Bond, looking to make that 9th consecutive game with a pick. So we take a look at the interception leaders in the league. Alex Bond sitting alone at the top. Other guys right on his heels, though, Matt, is everybody's looking to top that leaderboard.
A Thornberry in his side.
Oh, I see what you did there, man.
Yeah.
That's the wittiest thing you said all night. Love it.
We've just started.
Love it. Hunter Jones brings it back to the 20. That's where the Pride are going to take over on offense. Let's see if Christian Christensen can get his team rolling back down the field. We're going to take a short break and see what they can do. You're watching the Simulation Football League on the 11 Sports Network. Welcome back to the Hive. I'm Mike Daggs on play-by-play, joined in the booth by the Hall of Fame quarterback of the Mexico City Aztecs, Matt Wilson. You're watching the Fan Night Game of the Week here in Week 7 of the Simulation Football League. Christensen sacked on the first play from scrimmage on this drive. Wow, that was some quick penetration in the backfield on that one, Matt.
Choo-choo, Melon Farmer. He just came through the line and did some damage. I don't know who it was, but...
That was Greg Julian.
Oof. I don't know. It's a big Julian.
It's a whole lot of Julian. He's almost 300 pounds.
A lot of Julian.
4 wide receivers that handed off to Francis. Running up the middle, it'll be a 3rd down and 9. So what are you watching here? This is the Simulation Football League for the world's first controllerless esports community. And I always call it a community because it truly is. There's more to this game and more to this league than just watching these games play themselves out. And we'll get into a little bit more after this next play by the Pride. Christensen under center. Short drop, firing down the left-hand side. Batted away. Well defended by Blake Hamrick. And that's going to put an end to this drive. So Matt, what do I mean by community? So we have the entire Discord community of people that are part of the league. And most of the people are players that are on teams. There's currently, I think 13 players on each team, and the rosters are expanding right now. And you can get a player in on a team too if you'd like. Those instructions are scrolling down at the bottom of the screen throughout the night, and you'll see graphics being posted on it. But ultimately, what do? You just go to the website, simulationfl.net, click on the link to join the Discord community, and once you're there, you can talk to owners of teams and find out what kind of openings there are. You can talk to the people in the beat writing team. You can talk to the people in our stats team. You can even join the broadcast team if you're interested in calling games live on the air like Matt and I are doing. You can become part of the community in so many different ways, but the best way to do it is to get into that Discord community, because if you're not there, you can't be part of the action, and you'll just have to remain on the couch instead of on the field. First down and 10 from Dunhill. Quick pass over the middle. Caught. Nice dart there, Matt. Siege Falco, another catch.
I've said it a couple times, not to harp, but attacking that middle of the field. This time they caught Tallahassee in a zone, and boy, that was a big hole. Nice window there for Dunhill to deliver the ball.
Matt, I think one of the things that happens all too often when people might come across our league for the first time is they really don't understand what it's all about. I know I sure didn't when you first pointed it out to me, but now here I am, and here I am, and I'm loving every second of it, especially when I see beautiful throws to a tight end like Jamal Wooding. But not that time. Boo Chisholm catches that one, and I am like 0 for 7 on getting calls right tonight.
Blame the font, hashtag.
Well, I thought this was the bubbly
this
font.
This is the good font. I don't know. Hashtag get more. Get a magnifying
What is
glass.
in this cup that you gave me? You said it was ice water, but I'm starting to wonder. Matt shenanigans. Oh, wow. Quick throw. There was a 0-step drop. Just snap and throw to Falco.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. Just great timing route. Dunhill had got the look he was looking for, and just said, "Whoop, here you go." Not a lot of running on this drive. A lot of passing. And I smell. You know what that smells like? I have passing.
You called it, Matt. You're Nostradamus, but it works. You know,
Yep.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Hollywood's spinning his way up for another first down up to the 13-yard line as we tick down to 4 minutes to go here in the first half.
I mean, I love it because you're bunching the defense. It's like the opposite. I say spread out the defense. You bunch the defense together, and then you throw a swing pass to the outside. There's nobody there. You can pick up 4 yards or maybe a heck of a lot more.
First down and 10 from the 13-yard line. 2 receivers to the bottom of the formation. Hollywood with the handoff, running straight up the middle into a host of defenders from the Pride. Second down and 8. You can see the chat up on your screen right now. Shout outs to those of you who are with us. Pseudo Nakai, Angus Tilted Kilt McLean, HWJ 1512 Swole 2011 Man Robinson, Pure 2K12. That is Marcus Dunhill, the quarterback of the Swarm. Appreciate everybody being here with us tonight. Dunhill back to throw, swinging it out to Hollywood again. Third down and 5 from the 8 coming up.
If you get 4 yards on that play every time, 3 times 4 is 12. First down. Now they got 5 to go, so I wouldn't recommend running it this time. But
well, if you remember, I think it was third and goal from the 7 when they handed it off to Hollywood. Totally caught me off guard, and he spun right past Lamano into the end zone. So who knows? And it is a handoff, and Hollywood runs up the middle for a first down, but a flag on the play could undo the whole thing. Let's see what the call could be. Did you see anything there, Matt?
I just saw a flag in the area where there's a certain penalty that may be called. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Matt's least favorite penalty in life. Clipping. Matt doesn't even clip coupons. He hates clipping so much.
No, I don't even have scissors. No chance of clipping here. I just grow my nails. I don't clip.
That is disgusting. Atlanta getting called for clipping there.
Never forget the infamous clipping call against the Tallahassee. This Tallahassee Pride team apparently must have a clipping thing with Rep 62.
Well, 3rd and 14 now from the 18. Dunhill stepping up, pressure coming, and can't get away. There's only so much spinning you can do to get away from this front 3. That one is Kevin Bain. That's his 3rd sack, and he's actually got the least amount of that line.
Bain took his head off. Look out. Oh, he just doesn't react. He's got a neural net processor. He's a learning computer.
Shout out to Chad Battle in the chat. He says the broadcasters really make this seem like a legit game. They are into it, which makes me get into it. Good job, guys. Appreciate that call there.
I am into it.
Hey, it's the 2-minute warning. I'm into it too, and it is a legit game, and it's going to stay legit. 4th down and 20. Field goal coming up after the 2-minute warning. You're watching the Simulation Football League on the 11 Sports Network. Welcome back to the Hive. 40-yard field goal try coming up for the Swarm. Alex Kidd on the field for the attempt. From the right hash, good snap. Kick is on its way, and it is good from 40 yards. Atlanta will extend their lead to 20 over the Pride. And before anyone thinks that this one might just be out of hand, just want to remind everybody, don't want to bring up old wounds for the Swarm, but the Swarm had a 21-3 lead midway through the second against Chicago, and then Chicago just went on a scoring frenzy and took that lead away. So stay tuned. Anything can happen in this one.
Well, far from over. Tallahassee has 2 minutes to respond.
Oh, absolutely. I know.
Oh!
Look at Hunter Jones trying to respond right out of the gate. He's up past midfield, down past the 40.
Oh,
and
man.
He's finally tackled all the way up at the 36. And, Matt, that makes it a whole lot easier when you have 2 minutes to respond still practically and all the way down to the opponent's 36-yard line.
Look how well disciplined Hunter Jones, and he takes this nice kickoff return to the 30, makes a few nice plays, gets up, and then just goes right back to the sidelines.
Rookie
No
week 7
celebrating.
signing Mitchell O'Brien in on that tackle, finally able to save a touchdown from being scored against his team that quick. Both of the rookies on both of these teams signed this past week, making an impact for their teams already. Christensen to throw, going for it all right out of the gate.
No!
That was picked off. A foolish throw by Christensen. And that one's taken out of the sky by Blake Hamrick. 4 picks on him for the season. 1 tonight.
Oh, what is he doing? Oh, it's so underthrown.
Yeah.
And Hamrick just reached up to the skies and said, nom, 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 nom.
Just died. You know, and I say it was a foolish throw. It really wasn't foolish. If he had been able to just get it farther downfield, it was just a bad throw. It was just underthrown.
Just one-on-one, you try to make a play, and unfortunately, I don't know if it was the wind. I'm not sure, but he just didn't get enough on that ball.
So now the Swarm have a minute 40 to go, and
That's bad news.
they have all their timeouts, and that one's picked off. Just like that, they just gave it back, taken out of the sky by Sir Chappelle. One good pick deserves another, I guess, Matt.
Well, Atlanta tried their luck on a similar-looking play, and whoop, receiver's like, oh, crap.
Trying to hit Chisholm.
Chisholm didn't reach out the right way.
Well, crisis averted for the Pride.
For
They'll
now.
get another crack at it until the next pick. Here we go. Christensen in the gun. It's been a game of picks so far tonight, mainly on the Tallahassee side of the ball, but let's see if they can put an end to it. Punch into the end zone here. Pump fake, firing over the middle, tip, and picked off.
Jeez.
Apparently not. And Matt, that's pick by Mitchell
Picks?
O'Brien, his second pick in his rookie debut.
Mitchell O'Brien, somebody give that man some more cash. I mean, he's playing for the as of a minimum wage right now, but it doesn't matter. You can make an impact anywhere, and he's been a big help to his team in this game.
Absolutely. I don't even think it matters if he's just working pro bono right now, but hey, he saw the league. He went from hashtag from the couch to the field. But he visited simulationfl.net. He joined our Discord community, and here he is seeing his name called multiple times here in the first half for multiple reasons. He made a great touchdown saving tackle and then a drive-ending pick, and now Atlanta's back on the move as they throw that one over the middle to Siege Falco.
Atlanta's got to settle down here. They don't want to, if I'm them, I'm just got to play this conservative. If I don't see anything I like, I'm just going to run it with Hollywood and go into the half up 20-7. You don't want to make another mistake. You already made one, and Tallahassee was lucky enough to make two.
That pass down to Boo Chisholm.
Ooh.
Falling out of bounds after a gain of 1, so he'll stop the clock there. 2nd and 9 from the 33, and yeah, I'm with you. Maybe just hand it off to him or do another one of those swing routes. Obviously, they love doing those. One thing to keep an eye on too, Matt, that I noticed, not trying to jinx Hollywood, but he has 3 fumbles on the season so far, and that's actually the most in the league. So not trying to call him out to see if it happens again, just something I noticed, something you want to watch. Dunhill hands it off to him. Ooh. Hit in the backfield by Hunter Norwood. He wasn't having any part of that run. 8 tackles for a loss coming into tonight's game. Make it 9 for Norwood.
There's a guy that visited Old Country before the game. Putting them out of business since the SFL was created.
You just love seeing a guy who is just filling the whole screen and say he went to the buffet.
Glorious.
Oh, wow. Look at that catch in traffic. And now they'll go into the hurry up as we tick down to 20 seconds to go. My goodness, I am broken. Dunhill fires into traffic again. That one is batted away, nearly taken away by Bond. And you see the reactions on your screen from the chat. All of those picks going back and forth. And the fans just absolutely loving it, Matt.
Well, the Atlanta fans are. Tallahassee fans are like, what the heck's going on with these picks?
Dunhill firing a wobbler over the middle, but that one's hauled in.
Timeout. You got 2.
And there's the timeout called. And, Matt, if you're going to throw a duck, you may as well throw it that tight end's way. He can pluck it out of the sky like it's nothing.
Well, it's going to be a Hail Mary now, I think. They missed their chance. They could have called the timeout, getting another 7-8 yards. I think that's what, the coach is giving him a hard time about it. What are you doing?
Mitch Boy 40 in the chat, Matt. He says that's 2 picks down so far, 5 to go for the lead in picks. So he's Mitchell O'Brien. And he's, listen, 2 picks in your rookie debut is a good total. He's going for the lead. He wants them all.
Why not? Dream big.
Love it. So let's see what Marcus Dunhill can do here on this Hail Mary. See if he has time, and he's hit as he throws it, but it's way up in the sky, and it's batted away and incomplete. And that is going to be how we head into the half. A wild first half of action. The score doesn't quite show it, but this one's still anyone's ball game. Atlanta 20, Tallahassee 7. As we will head into halftime and take a look at the first half stats and highlights. Matt, what are your thoughts so far on this first half of action tonight?
Here they come. Let's look at these Tallahassee turnovers. 5.
Wow.
Sorry. I'm not. It's so absurd I'm snorting. This is bad. It's not a knock against the Tallahassee. I don't know what's going on.
It's just unfortunate.
What they saw in the game plan, but I mean, that could be a record if you double that up for picks in a game. I'm sure Christensen does not want that in his resume. I had that on my mind for a while. But so Tallahassee has to stop turning the ball over. Run the ball with Francis a little more. Stop going for these big plays over the middle. They're not paying off. And just, think and dunk a little bit more. You got plenty of time. And the defense needs to step up and get more picks on their end, which is, they've already got 1 and they did their job, but they just gave it right back to Atlanta, and Atlanta, capitalized on it. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And in the chat, I hope I'm saying this right, Brother Boognish says it's tough to win with 5 turnovers, and he's absolutely right. I mean, it's You turn the ball over 5 times, unless you're able to get it back 5 times, it's going to be a tall order. And like you said, Matt, I mean, Atlanta's been scoring points off those turnovers, and that's the difference. When you don't even start that possession with the ball, the other team did, and you're able to score off of it, that totally throws everything into a spiral.
Well, we got 14 points off turnovers if you don't.
Yeah.
Tallahassee has the lead. So there's a nice grab by the newcomer right there. Man.
Yeah, and that's been one of the things I've been excited to see tonight, Matt, is sometimes when you have, a rookie join the league, whether it's at the beginning of the season in the draft or, midway through the season like this, sometimes it takes them a little while to get going, but we've seen number 42 linebacker Suko Lamano for the Pride all over the field making tackles tonight, and it seemed like it was a slow start, but as soon as the second quarter hit, Mitchell O'Brien, number 42 free safety for the Atlanta Swarm, was all over the place, making tackles on special teams, making picks.
Could it be the luck of the Irish?
I suppose it could
Pot
be.
of gold at the end of the rainbow?
So for those of you just joining us now, this is the Simulation Football League. We're the world's first controllerless esports community. You can join our community and find out more about it by visiting our website, simulationfl.net. There is the entire history of the league ever on that website. You can find out all the stats, the schedules, the standings, the team rankings, player leaderboards. I mean, everything you can possibly imagine. Any data that could be found anywhere about the league is on that site. You can join the Discord community and become part of the league. I'm Mike Daggs on play-by-play. I'm joined in the booth by the SFL Hall of Fame quarterback of the Mexico City Aztecs, Matt Wilson.
Yep, wearing my shirt now.
Well, that's good.
No,
you got your
really.
Hall of Fame
Right
ball
now.
in the corner of the booth. I can see it from here. Second half kickoff starts now as Douglas kicks it away back to the Swarm. This one returned up to the 28-yard line. Dunhill will bring his offense back out onto the field. First, Javon Walker, the return man for the Swarm, is down. He's the return man and also one of the backup wide receivers. Let's see what happened on this one.
Luckily, not the worst thing that could have happened to the Swarm, but never like to see a guy go down. Just gets hit on the side. It's kind of twisted. Maybe an ankle? I don't know.
I was to say, it looked like his legs might have gotten caught up underneath.
A lower body injury, I will say. We'll see if I'm right or if it was just an errant eye poke.
I was going to say, I'm going to guess the same injury I always guess when I'm calling a game with you, Matt. You got poked in the eye.
Because I don't cut my nails.
Well, it's all making sense. Hollywood with the handoff on first down. Tackled on the play by Lamano. Second down and 8.
Oh, that's not a great start by the Atlanta offense, but man, Tallahassee's defense has to just pin their ears back and go after Dunhill and get something, get some sacks, get a turnover, or just stop this drive, because if they don't, it could be
pressure coming, throws it, gets it off to Hollywood, breaks through a tackle and gets a first down. Tackled on the play by Michael Sprouse, and Hollywood's slow to get up.
Is he okay?
All I see is giant bees.
Was it too horrific to show on the screen?
we had to cut away. The hit was so vicious by Sprouse, we had to cut away.
It's like the Willis McGahee injury. Don't look at that.
Don't look. Avert your eyes, children.
I think he's fine.
He popped up.
I didn't see any ambulances on the field.
Denver Nightwings owner says 5 turnovers and we're only down by 2 touchdowns at the half. That's the best scenario given the situation. He's absolutely right.
What's wrong with Jeremy? It's nice.
I think he's just saying best scenario for the game in general. 1 yard gain on that one. And, Matt, Atlanta's been going to that route quite a bit, or that play, I should say. And it hasn't resulted in huge yards yet, but they're kind of nickel and diming the Pride defense to death, as you just saw the stats for Dunhill, almost 250 yards.
Why is the chat talking about steak? I'm getting very hungry.
They talk about lots of different things, Matt. Dunhill throwing over the middle. That one incomplete. A little bit of bumping on that play, but there's no flags, so no penalty happened. Third down and 9 coming up. Falco, the intended target.
Yeah, Atlanta hasn't scored in a little while, and you know who's been the missing man? Jamal Wooding. I mean,
Well, let's see if he's called
on
out
the
here.
field?
4 wide and a
Yeah, he
tight
is.
end. Wooding at the top of the offensive line there. Heading out for a pass. Wooding, the
Oh,
intended
yeah,
target, but
interfered with.
yeah, there might have been a little PI
I
on
think
that one.
Dunhill was like, "Where's my flag?"
Yeah, you could see Dunhill immediately threw his hands up. No flag, no penalty, man.
Well, it's the SFL. Rep 62 has been known to be a little, well.
He might still be on his halftime break. He might not have come back out yet.
Oh, I see him. I see him. He's right there.
Oh, yep, there he is. There he is.
He finally came back out. He loves the bill.
Standing to Jenkins, right?
The Hive Dogs.
High snap for Otis Jenkins, but he's able to corral it in, punting it back to Hunter Jones, standing at his own 20-yard line.
Oh.
Jones gets it up to the 29, and that is where the Pride will take over. Christensen will lead his offense back out onto the field. Shout out to those of you who are in the Twitch chat. It looks like the number of people is just growing and growing. Alien Nation 77, Raynola, AJ Today, Jackson, Cheetah Driver 384, new to the chat. Thank you for joining us. Nick Castles, Proland 84, and so many more as Christensen goes down on a sack.
That's not. I thought we were going to see that from Tallahassee. What's going on? It's opposite day. Big number 98.
Yes, Julian again firing through, man.
I said it before, and I'll say it again. It's a lot of Julian.
That is a whole lot of Julian, but you're right. You know, this is what you usually see out of this defensive line for Tallahassee. Hunter Norwood, Tyquan Hale, and Kevin Bain. I said we're going to call their names a lot, and so far we really haven't. Christensen.
Oh, there we go.
He has Gossett down the left sideline. Caught all the way up to midfield.
There's some flashback out route Pride magic right there. That's what they need to go back. Throw a few more of those. Just one-on-one, you're going to see. Look at that cut by Gossett. Throw it way over the corner. That's a beautiful throw.
So Cheetah Driver 384 is asking, so how long is the season? And it was already answered by somebody in the chat. Man Robinson said 12 weeks regular season, 4 weeks playoffs. It's actually a 13-week regular season, but 12 games played as each team has a bye week. And then there's playoffs and hyperextended elbow. So we were both wrong, Matt. Not an eye poke, not a lower body, but we will not see him return to this game. But
fair, we'll just inject him up. He'll be back next week.
But to Cheetah Driver 384, one thing to also note about the season is we do 2 seasons per year. So even though it's only 13 weeks per se, plus the playoffs, you get that twice in each year. So it's not too shabby. That one caught by Grayson Willis. Yep, no hat on that one, Matt. That is an 11.
Yes, you got that one right once.
Hashtag tight ends can learn. I don't like that hashtag quite as much.
It kind of falls flat.
yeah, I didn't even get a chuckle out of you on that one. You're just like, ugh, for shame. Christensen under center. Fires an out route to Gossett. Gossett breaking through the first tackle, getting inside the 20. Thought he might have gotten face masked there. Brought down kind of awkwardly by Aquana Shine. But first down and 10 from inside the red zone.
There you go. You give it to your playmakers. Nice seal block there by Grayson Willis right there. Look at him. And then Gossett slides off. Gossett's one of the best receivers in the league. You just got to give him the ball. Just give him little plays like that in space and let him work.
Ken Gossett with 54 receptions coming into the game tonight. 672 yards and 4 touchdowns, leading the team in each of those categories. Christensen under center. Back to pass, checks it down to Francis. Francis with some room to run, breaking through a tackle, and first down and goal down to the 4-yard line.
Like I say, make Gossett's job easy. Give him these nice little throws and let the playmakers work. I mean, look at this. Just boom, breaking a tackle. Almost scored. And now, be interesting to see what Tallahassee does on the goal line. Are they going to, throw the ball, or are they going to, give it to Francis at least once and see if he can get to, score, get to the one.
Christensen checking it down to Francis again, and he's going to spin. I thought he was going to walk in untouched. What a defensive stand by Aquinas Shine.
Holy Toledo.
I don't think he needed to spin, Matt.
No, I don't think he did either, but he wanted to be fancy, and he paid for it. Luckily, it's first down, and it sets Tallahassee up in great position here, but we'll see if they'll just give it to Francis here.
Aquinas Shine, one of the best linebackers all time in the league. Throw to the back of the end zone, trying to hit Gossett, but batted away and incomplete. 3rd down and goal from the goal line.
If I could put my hands to my head, I would on that one, but I can't, so I have to do it. I have to visualize it. But great replay by the truck. Nice job, 25. But yeah, you have to run the ball. You're at the 1 yard line. I mean, I don't mind throwing a screen pass or a swing pass, but throwing it in the middle of the field with this field so compressed, not a good idea. Watch the bottom of your screen here. This would be a good time.
Christensen fires wide open in the end zone, and that one's caught for a Tallahassee touchdown. Say it again, Matt. Hashtag throw it to the tight end. Jason Stackhouse, the tight end for the Pride, with the reception and the touchdown.
He's a stack house.
Oh no, man! You can't break into song yet.
Well, it's true.
You got to save that. He is Stackhouse, yes, but save it for the 4th quarter, man.
Well, Tallahassee has just made this a whole new ball game, 1-score ball game, and now pressure's on Atlanta. They haven't scored in a while.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, 2 of those touchdowns were off of turnovers. So it's, let's see what the offense can do here on a full drive. We will see what happens when we come back from a short break. Don't go anywhere. There's more football action just around the corner. Stay with us. #61 viewers with us in the Twitch chat. And if you're watching and you're not part of the Twitch chat, head on over to twitch.tv/11sportsnext and get involved. There are so many of you with us. I can't shout out to everybody. I've tried to hit as many as I can, especially when I see the new people popping in. Appreciate each and every one of you being here with us. It's twitch.tv/11sportsnext, and you can find out more about our league by visiting our website, simulationfl.net, and you can go from the couch to the field. You too can make a player in this league and become part of it, and not even just on a team. You could join our beat writing team, our stats team, our broadcast team, multimedia team. There's a lot to do, a lot of things you can get involved in this community. Dunhill throwing a wobbler over the middle, and there you go, 9 in a row, 9 consecutive games with an interception. Alex Bond.
Bust out the champagne.
Wow.
Just don't drink it till the end of the game. I kind of need you sober. The pressure got to done it. Oh, that's a Wilson special right there, but it was not complete.
Oh, that one may as well have been punted. It was just end over end, and Bond taking advantage and wow, climbing. Sorry, Mitchell O'Brien. Now you got another pick you got to add on before you can catch up to Bond. He is just running wild this season with interceptions. 9 consecutive games. I am going to be so interested to see what happens next week. See if he can hit double-digit games with picks. Christensen, pressure coming immediately again, and down he goes. Is that Julian again? Turn sideways, big fella. Nope, that one's Sam Arnold.
He looks a little shorter, but just as fat.
Well, you hit the nail on the head. He's 3 inches shorter and 4 pounds heavier.
Oh, Lord. Well, he's an athlete, folks.
Well, relatively speaking. Christensen fires a safe out route to Gossett. This time, gains all of the yards back lost on the sack and then some. Third down and a manageable 3 coming up from the Atlanta 40-yard line.
It's a good job of Tallahassee to get back in striking distance.
Yeah, I mean, Bond just gave them a gift with that interception. Great starting field position and the chance to march down the field and score a touchdown and take the lead on the extra point. You don't want to squander it here and go 3 and out. Let's see what happens on this one. Third down and 3 from the 40-yard line.
Look at that box.
Yeah, they're stacking it. Christensen to throw. There's that out route again to Gossett. Spins past the first defender. Tackled on the play up at the 29-yard line, but first down and 10, and the drive stays alive.
Yeah, Tallahassee's busting a few different plays out of their playbook. We've seen that twice now. I don't think I saw that at all in the first half. So, they're coming up with plays that are winning down in distance, and that's what they got to keep doing, not throw picks.
One of Matt's favorite formations of all time, 3 receivers, a tight end, and a running back, and Francis will take the handoff out of that formation for a gain of 5. Matt, you love to see the runs out of that formation because it spreads out that defense, right?
Yeah, it spreads out the defense, and if you don't like the look, you just auto the pass, and it's a great passing formation as well. I just like the versatility, the flexibility, and it just really makes the defense. It puts a lot of stress on them. And then, hey, for fun, you can go no huddle if you really, really like the look the defense come out with.
So we saw Aaron Lee coming across the screen. Lee was the one that made that tackle 2 plays ago on Gossett. Second down and 5. Check down to Francis, but wow, look at that coverage. Well defended. Blake Hamrick on the tackle right at the line of scrimmage. He had a chance to jump that one, Matt.
I thought he was going to. I thought that was going to be another pick for Christensen, but he just missed.
So we take a look at the receiving yard leaders. There's Ken Gossett. Mentioned he was high up there, 672 yards coming into the game, just behind Optimus Klein. There he is with another reception there, adding to that total. Always seems to be able to spin off that first defender. Jack Napier, the undrafted rookie corner, trying to make the tackle and can't quite get him down. And a little bit of trash talk between the two.
Joseph's always had that spin, and very, very agile for a receiver. Great deep threat, but also great for yards after catch. So that's what I'm just saying. Just get him in some space and watch him work.
Follow the SFL on Twitter and use the hashtag throw it to the tight end. Splitbacks in the backfield. I may have ad-libbed on that one, Matt. Christensen under center.
Idea.
I can't help myself. Checks it down to the fullback, Julius Williams, with that catch. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 from the 14.
Fullback passes are risky sometimes. You might get a touchdown every once in a while, but there's a good chance it might just bonk off his hands.
Eric Vincent and I on a call last night, Vancouver, trying to get the fullback involved in the passing game. Didn't quite work very well in that one either.
Whoa.
That one a pass to Francis, and look at the difference there as Francis spins his way all the way up to the 2. And Matt, you said Tallahassee made this a whole new ball game. How about now? 2 yards away from the end zone, and we could have a lead change.
Francis again might have spun prematurely here. He might just wanted to lower the shoulder and see if he can see he spins there.
Yeah,
I don't know, but that is Aquana Shine. I don't think you're breaking that.
Yeah, he's got an Aquana Shine hot on his heels. I don't know if it mattered what he did there. I think he was going down. 2 wide, 2 tight ends, and a halfback. Christensen under center. Christensen to throw, checks it down to Francis again, and this time untouched into the end zone, and we are all knotted up at 20.
Heading in the extra point.
Oh, no, we're knotted up at 20 no matter what, man.
Right, but the extra point would give Tallahassee the
I know. Coming up next,
on
the
field.
point after try on the field. That's how we're going to find out.
I don't know, Mike. You said you've seen a block. Now would be an interesting time.
We did. We saw a block in the game right before this one. St. Louis Gladiators going up against the San Francisco Sharks, and Sharks ran away with that one. But they did indeed have an extra point block, so don't count your points before they're snapped and kicked. And that one is up and good. And we've got a lead change, folks. Tallahassee taking the lead over the hometown Atlanta Swarm. What'll happen next? You'll have to stick around and find out. You're watching the Simulation Football League on the 11 Sports Network. We're going to take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Hive in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Mike Daggs, your play-by-play commentator tonight for the Week 7 Fan Night Game of the Week, joined in the booth by the Hall of Fame quarterback Matt Wilson. 2 minutes, 2 seconds to go here in the third quarter. As we see a new kick returner on the field, Jason Hunt returning kicks for the Swarm.
Hunting for
After
touchdowns.
Javon Walker went down with an elbow injury, he's out for the game. So, did you say he's hunting for a touchdown? Oh, Matt, what am I going to do with you?
Hopefully
From the
he doesn't get
couch to the
hurt.
field, visit the Simulation Football League website, simulationfl.net, and you can join our Discord community and find out more about how to get your own player on the field, just like Suko Lomano and Mitchell O'Brien did, and they're on the field and getting involved in the action tonight. BBG Hollywood with that reception for 2. Second down and 8. And Matt, what does Atlanta need to do to respond? Like you said, they haven't scored in a little while.
I mean, it sounds cliche, but Wooding was the man. He kind of got interfered with the last time they tried to go to him. So, Ref 62, keep your eyes open, because that might have been a big play for Atlanta.
So you see the chat on the screen, the reaction.
Oh my
to
God,
that.
he just got destroyed.
You see the reaction to AJ Francis's touchdown. Look at HWJ 1512. Says you're running 56 miles per hour. Just put your head down, boy. I don't think you wanted to see the spins anymore, but yeah, Tallahassee defensive line firing through there, Matt.
Yeah, that was the big bane.
Oh yeah. Just not that bane. Got a sack earlier tonight. Tackle for a loss there. Pump fake by Dunhill. Oh, with some sidearm throw there. It looked like. Got that one in. Siege Falco with the catch. First down and 10 Atlanta.
Seen this before. As the game goes on, Tallahassee's front three start having an impact. Look at that right at his feet. I mean, that could really affect the throw a little bit more. And grabs his little arm and kicks him out. But Dunhill's got to stay poised and not let the everything around him just take him out of his game.
Dunhill averaging over 70% completion percentage on the season.
Oh,
Pressure
God.
coming, steps up and fires deep down the left-hand side.
Oh!
Boo Chisholm inside the 10-yard line. What a reception by Chisholm.
What a throw by Dunhill. He was under siege in dark territory. Look, the pocket's off. Well, we're not going to see it, but the pocket was breaking down. He throws a strike to Chisholm, just reaching out, grabbing that ball, and just getting some major yards. And hey, Atlanta, worst case scenario, unless there's a turnover,
Yeah.
they have a chance to take the lead back.
Well, we're going to find out what happens in quarter number 4. That is the first 3 down. The Tallahassee Pride 21, Atlanta Swarm 20. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Welcome back for the start of the fourth quarter, and what a great way for the Atlanta Swarm to start at first down and goal from the Tallahassee 9-yard line. I'm Mike Daggs, joined in the booth by Matt Wilson. Split backs in the backfield, Dunhill under center. Short drop, sidearms it again. That one batted away.
Yeah, looks like they sent a corner blitz, but he threw it the other direction. Might wanted to look to his other side. Luckily,
That one was just a quick throw.
Yeah. Got to stay composed in the face of danger. He did in that one throw to Chisholm, but he's got to keep it up.
Split backs in the backfield again on second down. 4-3 look out of the Pride defense. Pressure coming again. Down he goes. Kevin Bain with his second sack on the night.
Bain just surging through the line, little swim, and then sit down.
Swam right inside that right tackle. That's what this defensive line is known for, Matt. Yeah, I'm actually surprised we haven't seen more sacks out of him. Tyquan Hale has 7 on the season. That's 3rd best in the league.
I hear bees don't like water or swim moves.
Oh, there. Okay, I was like, where are you going with that? 3rd and goal, but all the way from the 18-yard line. Quick pass over the middle to Wooding, and that one good to get him back to the 9 where they started, but it'll be 4th down and a field goal try coming up that would let them reclaim the lead.
Yeah, and I just don't know.
From the right hash, this one's going to be from about 25 yards out. Rod Harris on for the hold. Alex Kick on the field for the kick. Alex Kidd, excuse me. Kick is up, and it is through. Atlanta reclaims that lead now 23-21 over the Pride.
Well, back and forth we go. This is the competitive game we thought we'd see. Atlanta now trying to get above that Tallahassee average, but at this point, it's pretty much meaningless. Tallahassee, all they have to do is drive down and kick their own field goal to take the lead. So, but with almost 10 minutes to go, a lot of game left.
Absolutely. That's. I highly doubt the last lead change we're going to see tonight. Hunter Jones on the return gets his way all the way up to the 27-yard line. Shout out to everybody in the chat. There's 67 of you, and appreciate each and every one of you being here in the chat, and everybody else that's joining us on whatever platform you're watching the 11 Sports Network on. You can see the chat up on your screen. Boo Chisholm, C. Pundy, Man Robinson, TMG82. Hi, Troy. Christian Christensen is C. Pundy. Ray Nola, Little Man Michael, that's Michael Sprouse. Siege Falco, the receiver for the Swarm True Shot Caller. That's the owner of the team. Real Sense Kumbaya. So many people involved with the team and more. Francis getting a first down on his first carry of the drive all the way up to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, they should feed Francis a little bit more. He's been effective when ran, but he's mostly, like I say, used in the passing game. So, nice to run some clock, get some first downs, and score a touchdown. And your ball, Atlanta. Good luck against our defense.
Yeah, you mentioned he's used more in the passing game. He had 6 carries last week, 28 receptions. So I mean, it wasn't even close. 28 receptions for 164 yards and a touchdown last week against London. Christensen under center. Takes the snap, fires an out route to the top of the screen. That one to Grayson Willis. Stays in bounds, gets past midfield, and the first down.
And there we go. Christensen just got to settle down. He was too much like the great Brett Favre, trying to throw wild passes in the middle of the field, and they were just getting pick after pick after pick. And he settled down, probably good, and ripped his head off on this at halftime, and sticking more to the game plan.
We take a look at Grayson Willis right there, the 6'4", 218-pound receiver, 3rd season in the league, all of which have been with the Tallahassee Pride organization. 4 wide, quick throw down to Ken Gossett. Momentum carries him out of bounds at the 38-yard line, 2nd down and 3.
This is just setting Tallahassee up for success. 7 yards on first down, 6 yards here, 8 yards here, 4 yards here. That's the kind of plays you want. They don't have to be big. You just have to be consistent in a game this close. You're not out of it by a long shot. So keep the ball safe.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 2-point game. I think, with 8.5 minutes to go, you just stick to your normal game plan, like you said.
Well, their second half game plan for sure. Oh, boy.
Sacked on the play yet again. This Atlanta defensive line has just been absolutely on fire. That one was a linebacker blitz. Dylan Rowland coming in and taking Christensen down. Throwing him on the turf.
Yeah, someone forgot to block that linebacker, fortunately. But because of Tallahassee's productive first play, it's only 3rd and 7 and not 3rd and 14. So still a very convertible down and distance.
Dylan Rowland making his first sack of the season. Christensen throws. Gossett with the catch again. How does he keep doing that?
Oof. Yeah, I think the sideline can't believe it for Atlanta there. I mean, he throws this ball and Gossett just jumps up and just plucks it out of the sky again. And that's why he's one of the greatest receivers in the SFL. He can make plays like that.
TMG 82, fellow broadcaster and running back for the Baltimore Vultures. In the chat says, Dax has noticed me. My night is complete. I'm sorry, Troy. If I had known that that's all you were waiting on, I would have sent you to bed long, long ago. Christensen to throw. Francis with the catch out of the backfield. Spins past the first defender. Oh, my gosh. What a punishing hit by Aaron Lee. 2nd down and 1. Ouch.
Got sideswiped by a vehicle. Good thing we wear helmets in the SFL, folks, and not the leather variety.
Yeah, no leather helmets. We're a little bit more advanced than that, Matt. 2nd down and 1. 2 wide receivers, split backs in the backfield.
Yeah, perfect.
Pass check down to the fullback, Julius Williams. Good for a 1st down and goal up to the 6-yard line. And Tallahassee looking to quickly reclaim that lead.
Yeah, both halfbacks kind of flared out there, and the zone was not ready for them. They were playing too deep, and I'm like, it's a good throw, Christensen. Either one of those guys would be an option, and he finally figured out which one delivered the pass. And another, see, Tallahassee 1st down. They're just picking up these yards, like I say, except for that pass to Gossett. They've been, more dinking and dunking and running.
Keep an eye on the top of the screen, trips formation, and only see 2 defenders up there. Christensen looks. He saw it too. Grayson Willis catches the ball, walks into the end zone, uncontested. Touchdown Tallahassee, and they reclaim the lead.
Oh, that's called holding serve. Actually, more than holding serve. Atlanta scores. Now you score right back, and now the pressure is on the Swarm. And this is where the Pride defense kind of likes it this way. They know that Atlanta more than likely is going to have to throw the ball more than run it, and that's when the pass rush comes in.
Yeah, absolutely. That's when you see Hunter Norwood, Tyquan Hale, and Kevin Bain really make the most of it. Keeping an eye on this chat, and it's always fun. Christian Christensen says, whose house? Tallahassee's house.
Oh, no!
Oh, the extra point is blocked. Back-to-back games with a blocked extra point. Tallahassee's kicker just falling to the ground. Richard Douglas, he can't believe it. So the score will remain at 27-23. Atlanta will get the ball back after a break. Stay with us. Tonight's Simulation Football League broadcast on the 11 Sports Network is brought to you in part by Nation's Best Football, helping NFL, college, high school, and youth players to help secure the bag. By ScoreStream, the official live scoring app of the SFL. By Sector 6, custom esports jerseys and apparel, and the exclusive SFL shop provider. And by SpyGoat, dedicated to the craft of audio. Aerial shots such as these beautiful shots of downtown Atlanta, brought to you by AirViews, united by drone. Visit airviews.com, that's AIRVUZ.com, to see more drone footage. Kickoff to Atlanta being returned again by Jason Hunt, the replacement for the normal kick returner, Javon Walker, who was injured earlier in this game. I'm Mike Daggs on play-by-play, joined in the booth by Matt Wilson. And Matt, right before the break, I was talking about the chat. Christian Christensen, quarterback for the Tallahassee Pride, is trying to, I think, steal the entire stadium. He says, whose house? And he's saying it's Tallahassee's house. My youngest son, Jeffrey Daggs, in the chat says, isn't this Atlanta's, though? And Christian says, not anymore, Jeffrey. Not anymore. Siege Falco with that reception up to the 41-yard line. Brings up a first down and 10 for Atlanta. Matt, we're going to turn it over briefly to the commissioner of the Simulation Football League, Cameron Irvine, for a game break. Cam?
Thank you, Mike. If you missed the action earlier today, Chicago down 3 had a chance to either tie or take the lead, but the clock ran out, and Alaska beat the Wildcats 20-17. Back to Matt and Mike in Atlanta.
Thank you, Cam. Punishing hit there on Hollywood. Beautiful tackle on that play. And Matt, we were talking a little bit at the break about the score, and Tallahassee with a 4-point lead, but Atlanta with a chance here. And you made a good point. We'll get into it right after this play here. 2 wide receivers to the top of the screen. Dunhill in the gun. Dunhill getting rid of it down to Hollywood.
Whoa.
Hollywood spinning his way, but actually falls a yard short of the line of scrimmage. And Matt, you were saying, if Atlanta can get a touchdown and take the lead, it's great, but
yeah, Tallahassee would tie it with a field goal now and not win with a field goal, which if they had to rely on that. But first, Atlanta's got to get a first down.
Yeah, first down and get into the end zone. So, we're jumping a little ahead, but that missed extra point could definitely come back into play. Dunhill over the middle, complete. That one's all the way up to midfield, but shy of the sticks by 2 yards, and that'll put an end to this drive. Atlanta, 5 minutes to go. I believe they'll just punt this one away.
Midfield, man, that's tough.
Yeah, I know. You're so close, but look at this. Dunhill's still out on the field. Let's see if they go for it or if they're just trying to draw the Pride off sides. This defensive line is very talented and unlikely to make a mistake here.
I wouldn't throw the screen pass here. There's 2 guys at the bottom of the screen that are going to read that like a book. So, yeah, trying to get them to jump.
I think Dunhill sees that. Even if it was a potential for them to snap that ball, he was not about to do that with that defensive look.
I hate that. I hate wasting timeouts in the fourth quarter when you're down by 4. You might need those. First half, I don't care. Call all the timeouts you want. Call 5 if you want. Although I think that's a penalty.
4th down and 2. 4 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the ball game. And we will see Otis Jenkins out on the field for the Swarm again to punt this one away. And Matt, good opportunity here for Tallahassee to extend the lead and make this game a little bit more difficult for the Swarm to catch up to.
Well, if they get a field goal here, then it's a 7-point game.
Right.
So
then the missed extra point, not quite as big of a factor, but
yeah, it's still 8 points and 2-point conversions are
right.
But I mean, honestly, they just want to run the clock out. 4 minutes 20 seconds, couple first downs. And it could be bye-bye. The lights are dimming in Atlanta.
Let's see if we see a heavy dose of A.J. Francis here, or if the quarterback with the most passing attempts in the league right now continues to sling the ball through it 57 times last week, and Matt completed 47 of them. A lot of them due to passes like that. A.J. Francis with the reception gets 9.9 yards before being absolutely... I think that was Shine on the hit, wasn't it?
Well, Francis is going to have a shiner on that hit.
I think so. I think so. Ouch. We've seen some punishing hits tonight.
Yeah.
Not as many as we've seen in some games, but some good ones. Blake Chance on your screen now. Free
But they
safety for the Swarm.
They're in prime position here to just pick up a first down. Nice and easy.
Christensen will throw Ken Gossett with that one. Nearly swatted away. Corner tried to swat that one down and missed. It's Jack Napier, the rookie.
Tallahassee's smelling more points. Getting aggressive here.
Well,
Look at how
that's the
close.
thing.
Look at how close that was
I
to being
know.
a pick. Pick six. That would have
Flip the lead again. This one's going to come down to the last second, Matt.
Well, Christensen stayed clean so far in the second half, I believe. So he needs to do just that. And don't get no risky. Just do what you've been doing. Keep moving the ball slowly. Run this clock out. Win the game.
Christensen checks it down, and that one is, oh gosh, so close. Nearly picked off. I thought he had it. Blake Hamrick had his hands all over it.
Oh, man. Missed opportunity there.
Huge missed opportunity.
Why isn't Tallahassee running the ball?
Well, like I said, Christensen loves throwing it. He loves throwing it.
Sometimes you got to sit your quarterback down and be like, listen, we need to ride this one out a little bit. At least on first down. See what we get.
Christensen checking it down to Francis. Shine closing quickly.
Again, 9
tackles. Third down and 1. Matt, on that previous play, Hamrick with his hands on the ball. He had a pick last week. He's got 3 on the season so far. I'm pretty sure he had one tonight, if I remember correctly. And, yeah, big missed opportunity there. But we'll see if the defense can hold here on this 3rd down and 1 and put an end to this drive, give Marcus Dunhill and his offense another shot at it.
Yeah, Atlanta can't seem to stop that swing pass. 9 yards twice in a row.
4-3 look out of the Swarm defense and out route to the top to Ken Gossett. And, Matt, that's what they've been doing. If it's not the swing route, it's been that out to Gossett.
Dinkin and Duncan. And Atlanta has not, stormed back with a, many, if they had a few more scoring drives in this half, different ball game, but Tallahassee can afford to kind of play it slow because Atlanta's not putting up their normal amount of points.
Right. Letting this clock just tick away. Swing route again. Shine waiting for it that time. Allows only 3 yards on that one as we tick down to 3 minutes and 2 seconds to go. AJ Francis injured on the play. He just looks dazed as he's standing there not going anywhere. So that could be huge, Matt.
Yeah, well, it stops the clock, at least for now. Yeah, it stops the clock, timeout. And now with him out of the game, that's been a big part of their offense. Now we got to go to the backup, and might not be as effective. We'll see what they
how they can do.
Will Gossett here perhaps instead.
Allen Urban in the backfield. 2 wide receivers split out to the top of the screen. 4-3 look again for the defense. And that one complete to Gossett. 3rd down and inches coming up. So big 3rd down coming up here. 3rd down and inches. Christensen will throw, fires it down to that backup halfback that you mentioned, Matt Allen Urban, but he is able to secure that catch and get the 1st down.
Huge play by Urban there, doing his job. That's all they want. They needed that yard. They got the yard. The drive continues. Clock keeps ticking. And but now they got another 10 yards they have to get with Urban. So we'll see. They throw that screen from here. See how he does.
2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, and halfback in the backfield. Christensen under center. Letting that clock tick, tick, tick away. Out route to Gossett on the top of the screen. Another 1st down, and they are inside the red zone again. Stepping out of bounds, stopping the clock at 2 minutes, 13 seconds to go.
That's the only silver lining is he stepped out of bounds, so gives Atlanta a free timeout. And they're going to get one at the 2-minute. They can't allow many more yards. They got to play at least for the field goal here, not put a big red X or a big, teal X on that end zone.
Christensen, quick pass
Yeah.
over the middle to Gossett, complete for a gain of 9, falling down at the 7, and that will bring us to the 2-minute warning in just a moment. So here we are, final moments of this game. I still think it's going to come down to the last second. Tallahassee 27, Atlanta 23. You're watching the Simulation Football League on the 11 Sports Network. Welcome back to the Hive in Atlanta, Georgia for the final 2 minutes of this one. Matt, we've seen several lead changes here, and Tallahassee with the lead right now and in scoring position. Key moment for the Atlanta defense to try to get the stop and limit them to only 3 points.
And
Gossett with that catch and quickly tackled,
Ooh.
but he wasn't. Napier had him wrapped up, but couldn't quite bring him down, so he gets to the 1. First down and goal from the 1. That is not what the Swarm wanted.
you know what time it is?
A famous goal line stand.
Goal line stand. If you want it bad enough, you got to take it away from them right here. I think they're going to keep chucking the ball, keep an eye out for the halfback screen, and Gossett.
Richardson will throw halfback screen, and he walks right into the end zone for the touchdown, and extending that lead to 33 is Alan Urban in for the injured A.J. Francis, and I think we still have not seen an update on him. So now a 10-point lead and an extra point coming up.
Oof. It's a tough pill to swallow for Atlanta. I mean, they blew this game open in the first quarter. Once Christensen settled down, he's been throwing nothing but touchdown passes.
Yeah, and it's been
that's his fourth, isn't it? So now he's 4-to-5 ratio. He's bringing it up.
He's fixing it. I mean, to have 5 picks in the first half and not be losing and actually winning by a lot here at this stage of the game. Now 34-23 is really a tall order, and something that a quarterback with Christensen's tenure in the league, 5 seasons in, that's the sort of comeback that he can draw up, apparently. But yeah, impressive to see.
We've seen Atlanta hit some big plays before. They're gonna need a big one. Let's see how this backup kick returner can do. Be nice to start him off with some good field position.
Hunt taking it from his own 9-yard line, returning it straight up the middle, right up the gut to the 29. Minute 49, and Matt, Atlanta has 2 timeouts. As you mentioned earlier on, they had to burn one as they were trying to draw the Pride off sides, and it didn't work. So by burning that timeout, you almost would rather see them maybe drop. Well, not drop. It's the wrong words there, but just take the penalty and go back 5 yards and punt from there. But in any case, the timeout was called, so they're down to 2. Quick pass over the middle is complete up to the 42-yard line. They hurry back to the line. They want to save those 2 timeouts.
Yeah.
Since they're going to need an onside kick if they get into the end zone. Trips formation to the bottom. Quick pass down the right sideline. That one well overthrown, intended for Wooding. 2nd and 10.
He's been a missing man. Maybe he's in witness protection after that first half, because he has had a trouble getting going in the second. And as Wooding goes, seems to be the Atlanta offense goes.
Dunhill alone in the backfield, 4 wide receivers and a tight end.
Press man, go deep.
Good opportunity here for the Swarm to maybe score quick as they fire short over the middle against Matt Wilson's wishes. Throwing it to the tight end, Jamal Wooding. Gain of 9, 3rd and 1. Minute 20 to go in the 4th quarter. Dunhill, quick pass again. That one complete up to the 38-yard line. I believe that was Siege Falco. It was.
Keep rolling.
Oh, Matt, you're busting into song. Dunhill over the middle. That one incomplete.
Oh, I guess he had a flat tire on that one. Falco just missed, and it's tough running no Hartle against Tallahassee because those big meaty defensive line are just like
Yeah. They're like, oh, you're just gonna throw? All right, we're coming. So you see one of those big beefy guys right there, Matt, Kevin Bain, with 2 sacks on the day. It's actually doubling his total on the season. He only had 2. He's had kind of a quiet season so far. Had 2, now he's got 4. And believe it or not, still 3rd on the team. And that one is caught up at the 31-yard line. Minute to go, and Atlanta's got to stop doing these short passes. They got to take shots at the end zone now.
Yeah, they got a guy at the top of the screen there. Go deep.
Another short pass. Wooding kind of scoops it. Gets inside the red zone.
Bring the wood.
Bring it deeper, though. Go to the end zone, boys. Dunhill waiting, letting his guys get deeper. Wooding catching it inside the 5, and at some point they're going to have to call a timeout to at least conserve some of this clock, or they're just going to have to go for an onside kick and a Hail Mary.
Well, they got some time here. Let's see.
Firing towards the end zone, and it's dropped. Boo Chisholm had his hands on it, but somehow couldn't haul that one in. 2nd and goal from the 4. Get to take a breath now.
Let's take a look at Chisholm. Trying to hit him across the... Yeah, he drops a touchdown. You rarely see that.
Chisholm, one of the more reliable receiving targets in the league. 21 catches, 330 yards on the season. Wasn't as highly involved last week. Haven't really seen a lot out of him tonight either, and dropped that one.
Back to the spread formation here. It's kind of tough this close to the goal line, but
well, they've been throwing a lot of short passes though, so maybe it's right up their wheelhouse. Short pass over the middle to Wooding, incomplete, nearly picked off. Alex Bond trying to double up the picks tonight, and it was actually, if he had picked that one off, he could have potentially taken that one all the way.
20 seconds to go.
3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line. They've got to score here.
And they got 2 downs to do it.
Dunhill fires to Wooding, touchdown. They get
There he
another
is.
one on the board, and Wooding extending his touchdown total. Now it's going to come down to an onside kick.
Probably a Hail Mary if it's going to be about 15 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think they have time for much else. They're going to have to recover an onside kick and just bomb it.
One step at a time.
Now, Matt, should they go for 2 here and make it a 3-point game? Yeah,
Yes.
they do.
Oh, yes.
Matt's favorite formation in football, back out on the field. 3 wide, a tight end, and a running back. Dunhill making a change to the play at the line. 5-step drop, fires it to Hollywood, and they're in for 2. It's a 3-point game, so Matt, maybe they don't need to do a Hail Mary. Now, I know I'm jumping a little ahead, but if they're able to recover this onside kick, all they need to do is get about 20 yards maybe, and they can call one of those 2 timeouts and pop a field goal through and send us into overtime.
Well, there's only one way to find out. This onside kick.
Which takes place
on the field.
So here we go. Huge moment in the game. Kick is away, and it is easily recovered by the Tallahassee Pride. 16 seconds and only 2 timeouts for the Swarm, and Tallahassee is going to come away with the victory as they're going to be able to kneel this one away. What a wild game. I don't know how many lead changes that was, Matt, but that was back and forth all night long, and I hate to say it for the Swarm, but another game in which they had a good lead and it was plucked away.
Yeah, their wings got clipped, per se.
And Atlanta calls a timeout just for good measure, but all it's going to take is one more kneel down by Christensen, and Tallahassee will walk off with the W here in Atlanta.
I think they'll call another timeout. And then another
that's
knee.
true.
And then the game will be... Yeah.
I forgot they still had that one. So we'll see what they do here. Tallahassee will extend their win total to 5 with this victory. They will be 5-2 on the season after this one. Atlanta will fall to 3-3. So how can you get involved in the league? Visit our website, simulationfl.net. Find the link. It's in the top right corner for our Discord server. Go ahead and click that link and you can join our Discord community and become part of the action. You can have a rookie who can join the league and become a player on the team. There's also plenty of other ways to get involved in the league as well. You can find out all about it in our Discord channel. That's going to be the final score in this one from Atlanta. Tallahassee 34, Atlanta 31. Matt, your final thoughts in this game?
Turnovers.
Yeah.
Tallahassee was just giving them away like candy, and probably the Swarm should have had a few more points off 5 turnovers, but they weren't able to capitalize. And then once Tallahassee adjusted their game plan and stopped going deep over the middle, they just kind of settled down into a rhythm, and they slugged it out with Atlanta. They had a bit of a comeback, and then it was back and forth for a while. But
yeah, it's crazy because I wish those stats were still up there, but Atlanta actually had more passing yards and more time of possession and won the turnover battle by a lot and still lost. Painful way to lose the game after having that nice lead to get things going. So Tallahassee is going to return home next week, Matt. They're going to take on the Vancouver Legion, who won last night.
Never an easy out for sure. Andy Hamilton,
yeah.
Boys ready to go.
Yeah, well, Vancouver's never had a game where they have won or lost that's been more than 4 or 5 points away, except the game against Mexico City, but that's the league's #1 scoring offense, so that's kind of the exception there. But Vancouver always keeping it close. Atlanta's going to hit the road. They're heading to Buffalo, New York. They're going to take on the Queen City Corsairs next week. That'll be another great game as well as we wrap up this one from Atlanta, Georgia. Looking at the final highlights taking place here. That's going to wrap up Week 7 action. Usually we have games on Tuesday, but not this week, Matt, because if anyone missed it, we had 12 nonstop hours, basically, of SFL action yesterday, and we're kind of setting ourselves up for another exciting weekend this coming weekend as well. So Week 8 was just around the corner. Voting for Week 8 will begin shortly in our Discord channel, so get over to our website and join as we take a look at Christian Christensen, our performer of the game. 50 passes, 5 touchdowns. They just
5 touchdowns, 5 picks.
They conveniently leave off the pick total, Matt. He is
90 rating with 5 picks.
That's nuts,
Blows
huh?
my mind.
He is our player of the game. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League on the 11 Sports Network, presented by APM Music. For Matt Wilson and our commissioner and producer Cameron Irvine and everyone here at the Simulation Football League and 11 Sports, I am Mike Dagg saying thank you for joining us, everybody, and have a great night.